Hello and welcome to a new video. There was another video planned for today, but unfortunately it's going to be a bit more of a pain to edit and I didn't want to get something up this Sunday. Instead we've got a slightly simpler video, but it's just a photo study of a piece of work that I did the other day. I downloaded some new Photoshop brushes. There were some Kyle T. Webster's brushes, but obviously now with the new Photoshop thing, you can download them straight from Photoshop, which is super handy. And I downloaded the dry media brush pack, and I really wanted to play around with the brushes, and they are absolutely amazing. There's only one that I've properly used, and it's the one that I used predominantly for this entire drawing, apart from the sketching bit. And I really liked it. It's definitely some of the best dry media kind of texture-y type brushes that I have ever used. I'm always looking out for good texture brushes, because adding lots of texture and kind of traditional looking effects to my digital art is a big thing I've kind of been working on recently. It's kind of the thing I'm really working on in my digital art, and I've tried brushes previously. This has definitely been the best. You can see now me trying to decide which ones to use. I had actually done another drawing before this one using these brushes, so this wasn't my first attempt at using them. Yeah, I'm still kind of new to it. My main problem when using them is I keep adding too many details. The whole kind of style that I'm going for, I guess, with these paintings is the kind of super rush, just super rough, just trying to get in the main details and just blocks of colour and stuff like that, but then I kind of get a bit carried away and then just make my brush smaller and smaller and keep adding more and more details in, which is something that I'm trying to stop myself from doing. So I kind of try and stop before I add too many details in. I try and keep the brush as big as I can, just so I get those big shapes and stuff in. That's kind of the look that I'm going for. One thing I do need to improve on with these photo studies is the colours. At the moment, I cannot colour these things in without using the colour picker on the original image. I'm not that great at looking at a photograph and working out what colour it is. I'll just look at it and think, oh look, it's yellow, and just pick a super bright yellow, even if it's actually a much different shade. So that's definitely something that I want to kind of get better at, and hopefully in the future be able to do these kind of studies without having to use a colour picker and to be able to decide on the colours myself. Also, you may have noticed that a while ago it cut out a huge section of the process. Unfortunately, I didn't realise until I'd finished recording that one of the files got corrupted, and I cannot salvage it. So unfortunately, there is a bit of the process that's missing, but I still think you kind of get a rough idea of what I'm doing with it and how I'm doing the process of this drawing. This drawing and the one that I did previously, both of them I've decided to put into a portfolio that I'm creating at the moment, because I've got my university interviews coming up soon. And the only reason I don't usually paint portrait pictures, I'm usually all about doing landscapes. I don't usually draw in portrait, but I needed something that would fit in a specific gap that I had just specifically for this painting, so it had to be landscape simply because of that. And because I knew I needed it to be landscape, it meant I had to scroll through all of my photos I've ever taken, desperately trying to find any photographs I've actually taken in portrait, since I never really take portrait pictures. I tend to always take them in landscape, so it did mean I was limited to what picture I could use, but I do really like this little photo, and I edited it a bit in Lightroom first to try and get the colours nice. So this is pretty much, we're just on the last bits now, me trying not to add too many small details in, but this is what the final little painting looks like. I'm really happy with it. I'm definitely going to do more of these types of drawings because I'm really enjoying them. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.